Have you ever wondered about the status and rights of women in Islam? It's a topic shrouded in misconception and stereotype, often leaving many puzzled. What is the truth about Muslim women's rights? Are they oppressed or empowered within the Islamic doctrine? It is crucial to approach this subject with an open mind, free from bias, and armed with knowledge. Let's dive deep into this fascinating subject, shedding light on the often misunderstood. In this enlightening journey, we will explore the evolution of women's rights in Islam. To understand the present, we must delve into the past. A journey down the annals of history reveals a time when women in pre-Islamic Arabia were considered to be of lesser value. They were often treated as mere commodities, traded, inherited, and denied basic human rights. Their voices were silenced, and their existence was largely marginalized. However, the advent of Islam in the 7th century brought with it a revolutionary shift. A new dawn rose, illuminating the lives of women with the light of equality and respect. Islam, in its essence, recognized women as equals not just in words, but in practice. It offered them the right to inherit, to own property, to seek knowledge, and to have a voice in matters that affected their lives. This was a stark contrast to the societal norms of the time. Women, who were once seen as nothing more than possessions, were now recognized as individuals with their own rights and identities. They were no longer mere shadows lurking in the background, but individuals with the ability to contribute to society. Islam's recognition of women's rights was not limited to societal roles. It extended to spiritual equality as well. Women were given the same opportunities as men to connect with their Creator, to seek His mercy, and to strive for His pleasure. This was a radical shift from the dominant religious traditions of the time, which often excluded women from spiritual practices. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was an advocate for women's rights. He encouraged women to seek knowledge, to participate in community affairs, and to strive for justice. His wife Khadijah was a successful businesswoman, and his daughter Fatima was a symbol of piety and strength. They served as role models for women, demonstrating that Islam does not restrict women, but rather empowers them. The advent of Islam was indeed a beacon of hope for women. This was a time when the seeds of equality, justice, and respect were planted, forever changing the landscape of women's rights. It was a time when the roots of empowerment took hold, laying the foundation for the rights and freedoms that women enjoy today. The advent of Islam was indeed a beacon of hope for women. Change is the only constant in life, and women's rights in Islam are no different. In the grand tapestry of human history, the rights and roles of women in Islamic societies have seen considerable evolution. This journey, though marked by trials and tribulations, is a testament to the resilience and faith of Muslim women. Let's journey back to the 7th century. With the advent of Islam, women were granted rights and protections that were unheard of in a deeply patriarchal society. They had the right to own property, to inherit, to divorce, and to choose their own husbands. They were recognized as individuals with their own rights and responsibilities, independent of their male relatives. As the centuries passed, however, the interpretation and implementation of these rights were influenced by prevailing cultural practices and societal norms. This resulted in a complex interplay between religion, culture, and tradition that often blurred the lines and led to misconceptions about the status of women in Islam. Fast forward to the 18th and 19th centuries, a period marked by colonial influences and the advent of modernity. These external influences brought about a critical examination of women's rights within Islamic societies. Reformers and scholars began to challenge the status quo, advocating for a return to the original teachings of Islam that emphasized equality and justice. The 20th century saw an increased focus on education for Muslim women. The importance of Iqra, or read, the first word revealed in the Quran, was highlighted. Around the globe, Muslim women began to gain access to education, enabling them to better understand and articulate their rights within the Islamic framework. In the early 21st century, Muslim women have continued to challenge societal norms and assert their rights. They have become leaders, scholars, activists, and role models, pushing the boundaries and redefining what it means to be a Muslim woman. They have used their voices and platforms to highlight the distinction between cultural practices and the teachings of Islam, advocating for a nuanced understanding of women's rights within the religion. However, the journey has not been without challenges. Misconceptions, stereotypes, and resistance to change have often resulted in a skewed understanding of women's rights in Islam. Yet, in the face of these challenges, Muslim women have shown remarkable resilience and faith. They continue to strive for a fair and balanced interpretation of their rights, rooted in the teachings of Islam. This evolution of women's rights in Islam is far from over. It is an ongoing journey, as Muslim women across the globe continue to advocate for their rights, challenge stereotypes, and redefine their roles within their societies. It is a journey marked by courage, resilience, and an unwavering faith in the principles of justice and equality that are at the heart of Islam. The journey of women's rights in Islam is a testament to resilience and faith. This journey, like any other, has seen its share of obstacles and triumphs. But through it all, the spirit of Iqra, of seeking knowledge and understanding, continues to guide and inspire. The present is a mirror of the past and a window to the future. As we delve into the current landscape of women's rights in Islam, we find a panorama of progress and challenges. The strides made are significant, yet the road ahead is still long and winding. Women in Islam today are not merely participants, but leaders. They're shaping the future, breaking barriers, and creating their own narratives. They are scholars, politicians, activists, educators, and entrepreneurs. They're mothers, daughters, and sisters, nurturing the next generation while honoring the lessons of the past. Take, for instance, women like Ilhan Omar, a Somali-American politician serving as the U.S. representative for Minnesota's 5th Congressional District. She is a relentless advocate for social justice, making strides in a field often dominated by men. Or consider the story of Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist for female education and the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. Malala's courage and determination have inspired millions, underscoring the power of education and the importance of girls' rights to it. Yet, while these stories of triumph are inspiring, they also underscore the challenges that remain. In many parts of the world, Muslim women still face societal constraints and cultural barriers. They grapple with issues of gender equality, access to education, and freedom of choice. These challenges don't diminish the progress made, but they remind us of the work that still needs to be done. They remind us that progress isn't just about celebrating victories, but also confronting obstacles, challenging norms, and demanding change. And as we navigate these challenges, we must remember that the essence of Islam is one of justice and equality. The Quran, in its teachings, emphasizes the equal moral and spiritual value of all individuals, regardless of gender. So, the call for women's rights in Islam isn't just about societal progress. It's about honoring the very principles that Islam stands on. It's about ensuring that every Muslim woman has the opportunity to fulfill her potential, to contribute to her community, and to shape her own destiny. While much progress has been made, the journey is far from over. Knowledge is power. The importance of Iqra, or read, in Islam cannot be overstated. In the heart of Islamic teachings, the term Iqra holds a place of profound significance. Not just a command, it's a guiding principle, the very first word revealed in the Quran, a divine call to enlighten oneself. But what does this mean, particularly for women? Iqra is more than just a call to literacy. It's a call to knowledge, to understanding, to critical thinking. It's a call to break the chains of ignorance, to rise above societal constraints, and to empower oneself through learning. It's a call that echoes through the centuries, as relevant today as it was over 1,000 years ago. For women in Islam, Iqra is an affirmation of their right to education, to participate in society, and to have a voice. It's an endorsement of their intellectual capabilities and their potential to contribute to society's progression. In a world where the rights of women are often questioned, Iqra stands as a testament to the high regard Islam holds for women's rights and empowerment. It emphasizes the idea that knowledge is not a privilege but a right, a tool for personal growth and societal development. Through Iqra, Islam encourages women to seek knowledge, be it religious or worldly, to question, to explore, to grow. It's a reminder that every woman has the right to enlighten herself, to empower herself, and to emancipate herself. The power of Iqra lies in its ability to enlighten, empower, and emancipate. As we conclude this enlightening journey, let's reflect on the key takeaways. We've embarked on a journey through time, exploring the roots of women's rights in Islam, witnessing their evolution, and understanding their present state. We've seen how Islam, from its inception, has championed the rights and dignity of women, breaking away from oppressive practices of the era. We've also delved into the concept of Iqra, the first word revealed in the Quran, underscoring the importance of seeking knowledge for both men and women. Iqra represents a call to understand, to question, to learn, and ultimately, to empower oneself. It is a guiding light for Muslim women, encouraging them to partake in societal development and contribute to their communities. This journey has been about understanding the essence of women's rights in Islam, a journey that reminds us of the power of knowledge and respect. Remember, knowledge is the key to understanding and respect is the foundation of coexistence.